Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to what I'm calling No Holds Barred for the time being, until I realize it's a terrible title and I'll probably change it. But for now, it's called No Holds Barred, and the reason why is because I'm going to talk about movies or themes that have been floating around in my head that I want to address, but there may be spoilers in them, or I may offend some people, or whatever it is. So this is a video for me to actually kind of let loose and not have to worry about that. So today I want to talk about The Raid. If you have not seen The Raid, or you don't want it spoiled for you, don't watch this video because it's not a review by any means. If you have seen it, or if you don't care, I'd love to hear some feedback from you guys and see what you think about my thoughts, or if you think I'm totally wrong, that's fine too. But I want to address the main issue with The Raid, the main problem that people had, and that was the plot. Some people were fine with it. A lot of people wanted to know more about the characters and why they were in the building, which I think is actually what Gareth Evans wants. It's part of a trilogy, and you can tell by the end of the film that they're name dropping and referring to a bigger organization, and they're there to make somebody money. And I think that's an interesting way to tie the movies together. Now, I don't know how Gareth is actually going to do this. I think it'd be cool to pull the curtain back a little bit, and you can see why that raid took place. Like, if he explains the first film and the second film or the third film, I think it'd be cool because it justifies the first film's existence and nullifies the fact that it doesn't have a plot because it's not supposed to. So I think it'd be a cool way to like twist it around, because everybody would be like, oh, it's a good movie but it doesn't have a point. Then they can be like, well, you have to watch the first movie to understand the other two films. Another thing that they could do would be like the Saw films, where they can have two movies going on at once, like the sequel takes place while the first one happens. I don't think that's going to happen because of what I know about the sequel, but we'll just get into that here in just a second. But either way, I think expanding on the story of The Raid is possible, and I think that would actually justify the lack of a plot for the first film. So anyways, that's my thought on that. But the sequel, hopefully you guys have heard of it or know a little bit about it. It's called Brandau, which was originally what The Raid was supposed to be, but due to budget constraints, they decided to do The Raid first, which let them fine-tune Brandau a little bit more. If you've seen the teaser for it, it shows Iko sitting in a bathroom stall with a bunch of thugs like pounding on the stalled wall, and he's in prison. And what's really weird when you think about it is the fact that, like, I don't know how Iko gets to prison. I don't think it's going to be a prequel, because that wouldn't make sense for the SWAT team to have somebody who had been in prison before on their team. At the same time, I don't think Iko's going to do something that causes him to be there. He may be undercover or whatever it is, and maybe his cover gets blown. Something like that would be kind of cool. But my main worry... Oh, yay! Did you see that? That was a power outage. I filmed a power outage. 2 power outages. That's weird. So now I'm keeping this video no matter what, because I have no idea how that webcam stayed on. Yes! Alright, anyways, let's keep going before the power shuts off for real. What was I talking about? My train of thought is gone, and I thought I was going to be all awesome and professional in this video. Not really. Okay, so, The Raid. If it's not a prequel, everybody that died in The Raid cannot be in the next movie, or the movie after that, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, everybody knows what Yayan looks like because he was Mad Dog. So, I kind of wish it was a prequel so that the team could come back and do their own thing and kind of show off their talent again. Otherwise, it's going to be really weird to see this whole prison sequence unless Gareth has a couple of guys he saved. But I think I saw pretty much everybody in Marantau in The Raid, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, and lastly, before the power shuts off for real, is the story of the brothers, which is Rama and Andy. I think it's a cool foundation that he's laid down, Gareth Evans, because of the fact that you can actually build on that tension. You see them meet for the first time in the first film. Maybe in the second or third film, they kind of hit that climax where there's this emotional battle between the 2 brothers. I think that'd be awesome, and I really hope that happens. But anyways, that power outage made me lose my train of thought. I don't know how my computer's still on. But that's it, really. I just wanted to talk about it, see what you guys thought, if you think that Brandau is going to be a prequel or not. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen the teaser trailer, I'll post it right there-ish in an annotation so you can check it out. And see what I'm talking about. It's a very short video. They used it for promotional purposes to get people to buy the rest of the film, which obviously now with the raid they've made so much money, it's not going to be a problem. But yeah, so if you agree with my thoughts, or if you disagree, or if you think a power outage was completely useless, post in the comments, do a video response, whatever. I'd love to hear back from you guys. And that's really it. So thank you guys for checking out No Holds Barred.